Fractured minds stem from fractured communities. Across the country, stress, isolation, and fading social ties are shaping how people feel every day. The mind mirrors its surroundings, meaning the environment we live in directly affects our emotional and mental health. Loneliness has surged, with 1 in 3 adults reporting frequent and intense feelings of isolation. For age, the data reveals a truth we didn't want to face. But looking around, it's not all that surprising. You'd expect adults to be the most stressed with work, bills, and responsibilities, but the data tells a different story. Young people are actually struggling at even higher rates, making them the most mentally distressed age group in the country. The highest rates of mental illness appear in the North and West, where people tend to be more isolated and less rooted in community. Oklahoma sits at 26%, which is over 1 million people, largely tied to industrial decline and the fallout that followed. Utah has a 29% rate with only 1 million people, while Florida sits at 17% but has 4 million people affected. This contrast shows it's not population size that matters. It's economic stability, community ties, and social connection. In the South, stronger family, faith, and neighborhood networks help keep rates lower. The data makes it clear that race itself isn't driving mental illness. The real factors are the loss of community, purpose, and belonging. Mixed-race Americans show the highest rate at 35%, driven by identity conflict and fewer consistent cultural anchors. The numbers for women's mental health make sense once you look at what they're carrying, with 26% experiencing mental illness. Cultural expectations push them to do it all without rest or support. They're expected to manage every responsibility entirely on their own. And they're facing a loss of the relational belonging that once came from family and shared responsibility. For men, the percentage is slightly lower than women, with 19% experiencing mental illness. Men lack the mentorship and structure that once gave them direction and purpose. They're taught to suppress emotion and are often rewarded for staying passive. And with screens offering constant escape, it's easier than ever for them to dodge responsibility and disengage from real growth. The effects of the digital age on mental health are a major factor shaping the mental landscape of Americans. The average person spends over 7 hours a day on screens. That's roughly 30% of life trapped in a digital trance. Every scroll exposes you to curated perfection, algorithmic manipulation, and constant surveillance. Over time, you lose track of time, memory, touch, and even a sense of self. While your body ages and the world moves on, you remain frozen in the feed. Your mind is busy but hollow, experiencing stimulation without substance.